Close your eyes right now. What do you see? Probably black. Maybe a few floating specks, a faint shimmer. And you probably think this is what blindness is like. A dark room, and a light that never comes on. That picture is completely wrong. Someone born blind does not see black. They don't even see black. And the truth is far stranger than the myth. Try this. What do you see out of your elbow? Not darkness, not blur, nothing at all. There is no image there, because none ever came from there. That is what a person born blind lives in. There is no black curtain, because the wall to hang it on was never built. It is called an absent visual field. Black is a thing, a color, something you experience. Theirs is nothing. Tommy Edison is a film critic, born blind. For years, he has answered the same question. His answer is always the same: it is not even black. Because his brain never built the equipment to make pictures. He knows the word red, he knows what it means. But there is no frame in his head to match it. So what happens in his dreams? Tommy Edison dreams in sound, smell, taste, and touch. If there is a beach, there is the sound of waves and sand under his feet. There is no image. But if blindness came later, the story changes completely. Christine, how one master chef in America in 2012. She lost her sight in her 20s to a rare nerve disease. And she still dreams in full color. In her dreams, she always sees herself at the age she stopped seeing. Her brain does not update that face, it pulls it from the archive. A study in Denmark measured this in 2014. People born blind reported sound, touch, smell, and taste. Those who lost sight later still had images, but they faded over time. The same study turned up one more detail. About a quarter of the dreams of the born blind were nightmares. Among sighted people, that number was under 10%. The reason is probably simple. A world you cannot see really is a more dangerous world. Now the story leaves the eye and moves into brain. At the back of your brain, there is a region called the visual cortex. Everything you see is built there. So if a person never sees, what is that huge region doing? The answer was published in Nature in 1996. Norihiro Sadato and his team scanned blind people reading Braille. As their fingertips moved over the raised dots, the visual cortex lit up. Then they ran the same experiment on sighted people. When blindfolded sighted people touched the same dots, that region went quiet. So the area reserved for vision does not sit empty. It gets rented out. And sometimes that rental turns into something incredible. Daniel Kish lost both of his eyes to cancer as a baby. Today he rides a mountain bike. His method looks very simple. He makes a sharp clicking sound with his tongue. The sound hits walls, trees, and parked cars and comes back. From that echo, he works out where a fence ends and how close a building is. It is called human echolocation. It is the human version of what bats do. In 2011, a research team scanned these experts. While they listened to the echoes, it was not the hearing center working, it was the visual cortex. The brain was processing that sound not as a sound, but as a scene. Kish puts it in one sentence. I see the world with sound. And it does not stop there. Marina Bedney and her team found that in the born blind, the same region handles grammar. Sentence structure was processed in territory reserved for sight. You think of that room as empty, waiting for the light. The brain has long since put to work on something else. People say the senses of the blind get sharper. That is not quite the story. Their ears do not hear any better. Their brains get more out of what they hear. Same ear, bigger processor behind it. Now, let us make this stranger. Close your eyes and picture an apple in your head. Is it red? Is it shiny? Can you see the stem? The vast majority of people can do this. But a small minority see nothing at all. Not a single image appears in their heads. It is called aphantasia, and estimates run between 1 and 4%. Their eyes are fine, they see the world exactly as you do. But their inner screen is switched off. Most find out in the middle of their lives, in an ordinary conversation. For years they thought picture it in your mind was just a figure of speech. And that tells us something. Seeing does not end at the eye. The image starts at the eye, but it is built inside your head. On the 7th of July 1688, an Irish scientist, William Molyneux, wrote a letter. His wife had lost her sight, and a strange question stuck in his mind. The letter went to the most famous philosopher of the age, John Locke. Imagine a man born blind. He knows a sphere and a cube by touch. If his eyes were open, could he tell which one is the cube just by looking? That question went unanswered for 323 years. Because finding people who could answer it was almost impossible. Then Pawan Sinha founded Project Prakash in India. Children blind for years were starting to see after surgery. Right after the operation, a cube and sphere went on the table. The answer was no. They could not recognize by either shape they knew so well by hand. But within days they made the connection themselves. The brain could still learn to link two senses later in life. Except that getting your sight back does not always feel like a gift. In 1959, Sidney Bradford began to see at the age of 52. He knew everything by hand, but through his eyes the world felt flat and meaningless. As a blind man, he had been confident. As a sighted man, he was lost. He fell into a deep depression and died within 2 years. Mike May began to see again at the age of 46. When someone walked away from him, he saw that person actually shrink. His brain never learned that things do not get smaller as they move away. This video has been asking one question from the start. What does a blind person see? But the stranger question is this. What do you see? Is the thing you call red the same in my head as it is in yours? We can never check. Two people can spend a lifetime in the same room, speaking the same language. And there is no way to compare the one thing they both assume is universal. The world of a blind person is not a world missing something. It is a different recipe. Maybe seeing is not about the eye at all. It is about a prediction the brain builds in the dark. And nobody can hold that prediction up against anyone else's. Now open your eyes. What you see was never out there.